Have you ever failed at something? If you're like me, then the answer is probably yes. In fact, according to statistics, only geniuses have a 1% chance of not failing at anything in their lives. So if you failed, don't worry, you're in good company. There's this guy, for example. He's failed more than 1,000 times. You might have heard of him. He's Thomas Alva Edison. Yeah, that Edison, the guy who invented the light bulb, the phonograph, the motion picture camera, things like that. But it turns out his inventions weren't exactly his first tries. That's right. Before creating any of those inventions, he failed at least 1,000 times. And if you think that's bad, he started his career with 60 straight failures. So here's the story of Thomas Edison, the man who failed 1,000 times but invented the light bulb. It all began in 1847 in Ohio when Thomas Alva Edison was born as the youngest of 7 children. Now, from the start, he showed signs of greatness, but most people missed them. You see, he had hearing problems which made him seem slow, so when he started school, teachers would label him as slow. Luckily, his mother believed in him. She saw that he wasn't slow, just hard of hearing. So she pulled him out of school and taught him at home. And there, away from the judgmental eyes of teachers, Edison thrived. By the time he was 12, he was already selling newspapers on trains while running a small laboratory in the baggage car. It was here that he developed his lifelong love for science and his experimental spirit. Later, as a teenager, he got a job as a telegraph operator, and it was here that he became fascinated with electricity. Finally, now that he was earning his own money, he dreamed of becoming a full-time inventor. His first attempt at inventing was creating a self-recording telegraph. But after working on it for 2 years, he realized it was impossible. So he quit. But instead of giving up, he tried again and again. His second try was an automatic vote recorder for elections. Unfortunately, it failed. Then he tried an electric pen that could write messages automatically. It failed again. Overall, he attempted dozens of inventions, and most of them failed. But instead of quitting, he used every failure as a lesson. And this led to his greatest invention, the phonograph. It took him 6 years to finish it, but in 1877, finally it worked. He put a record on the machine and it played back his voice for the first time. It was a breakthrough, but he didn't stop there. He continued experimenting, and soon enough he came up with another idea. This time he wanted to create a light bulb that could last more than a few minutes. For the next 2 years he worked tirelessly, going through hundreds of prototypes until one day in 1879, he finally did it. He invented the first practical light bulb. However, the path to success was never easy. Edison faced many rivals, especially during the so-called War of Currents. Basically, there were 2 types of electricity, direct current and alternating current. Edison supported direct current, but it was eventually defeated by alternating current. Even though Edison lost this war, he still advanced electricity by inventing new ways to generate and distribute it. Overall, by the time he died, he had registered more than 1,000 patents and founded General Electric, which would grow into one of the largest technology companies in the world. His laboratory in Menlo Park, New Jersey, became known as a place of non-stop invention, earning him the nickname the Wizard of Menlo Park. Thomas Edison failed 1,000 times, but he didn't call them failures. He called them steps towards success. And it's this mindset that allowed him to change the world. So if you're struggling to achieve your dreams, remember Edison's story and keep trying. Persistence is stronger than failure, and with hard work and dedication, you can achieve anything. So what are you waiting for? Go out there and make your dreams come true. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.